In middle school, I wrote Sonic fanfiction. This is my story. I give you all a rereading of a Sonic fanfiction I wrote in 2009 when I was 12 called Saving Hearts about Rouge and Knuckles. It had been a few hours since the battle with Eggman had ended, and it had been a while that Rouge was flying with Knuckles in her arms. He was bleeding, scratched, bruised, and knocked out, but Rouge still found him the most handsomest thing in the world. She was also very tired and hurt, but it didn't matter. All that mattered was that she would deliver Knuckles home safely. Suddenly it started to rain. Rouge, who was beaten and tired, could not stand the rain, and Knuckles, wait! She spun so her back was facing the ground, and Knuckles was lying on top of her. She wrapped her wings around his back and quickly plunged downwards. Just as she impacted the ground, she could hear a loud grunt. Knuckles had woken up. Knuckles had woken up and saw the sight of something beautiful when he opened his eyes more to get a better glimpse. He realized the beautiful creature was Rouge. He felt a thud and then grunted. He looked below and saw that the fall had caused Rouge to pass out. He stood up and stretched, took a look at his and Rouge's injuries, and then picked her up, bridal style, and made his way towards his house. His was closer, and he didn't want to have to walk further in the rain. He walked in and closed the door behind him. Just then Rouge woke up. She was still pretty beaten up and probably thought it was a dream, so Knuckles made his way towards his bedroom. Once inside, he set Rouge down on his futon and grabbed some blankets. He placed them in his bathtub, and he even put a pillow in it. Then he told Rouge, who still thought this was a dream, to get dressed in his closet. He handed her his favorite blue-hooded Aeropostale jacket with white fuzz covering the hood, and some sweatshorts. Strangely, they were pink. She made her way slowly to the closet and got dressed. While Rouge was doing that, Knuckles got some more blankets and changed into his red boxers with yellow letters that spelled hot exclamation mark on his butt. Rouge walked out of the closet, and Knuckles' jaw dropped so far down that Rouge could most likely walk into his mouth. Once he realized what he was doing, he stopped and blushed. He then escorted Rouge to the bathroom. He picked her up again and placed her in the bathtub. Then he placed the rest of the blankets on top of Rouge and kissed her on the forehead, whispering in a low, soothing voice, "Thanks." Then he closed the curtain to give her some privacy, which wasn't very useful since the curtain was clear. Knuckles then made his way to his bed, as he called it, even if it was a futon, lied down and pulled blankets over him. He curled up and thought about what had happened that had caused him to wake up in the middle of the night, lying on top of Rouge, and all beaten up and tired. Whatever it was, he was happy, because if it weren't for it, he wouldn't have realized what an angelic beauty Rouge was, and he wouldn't have felt feelings towards Rouge. Just as he mentioned her name, he fell asleep with a grin on his face.